Get this, you guys. In case you're hearing this story for the first time right now, it'd be hard to imagine, but get this. So not only that, okay, both of their divorce attorneys, Stephen Crowder and Hillary Crowder, both of their attorneys are paid for by the estate, like the family estate. Well, that's Stephen. He's the breadwinner. So he's the only one putting money into the estate. So he's effectively paying for her. He's paying for these attorneys. I mean, not some of the ones that are doing some of the fringe stuff to do the PR, but like the divorce attorneys, like some of them, he's paying the attorneys that are attempting to, kind of screw him over. Because at the end of the day, they are the ones trying to get more. And get this, so whilst this is all going on, Stephen is paying Hillary $25,000 a month. A month. So, I could live on that in a year. So, I don't know, per month. And I don't know what the offers back and forth in court have been. However, where it was in negotiation, in mediation, Stephen had put forth an offer. I don't know if it was alimony, child support, whatever it was, cash and prizes, basically. He had put forward an offer of cash and prizes. And the attorneys said, this is a good offer. It's very good. Do you know, for a divorce attorney to be handling something and he's up against a rich guy, and he can extend this longer and longer and keep getting paid more and more, for him to say, no, this is good. It had to be overwhelmingly generous to her for the attorneys to be like, no, you should take it. And guess what? She didn't, because she had a plan. I'm sure Daddy said, don't worry, sweetheart, I'll get you what you deserve. And that brings me to, how did we get here? Crowder was a virgin. Hillary was supposedly a virgin. Good Christian girl. So how could she have become such a nightmare? How is that possible? Well, there's a couple of possibilities. And I will say right now, I don't know. This is all hypothesis, opinion. None of this is meant to say anything derogatory about Hillary's character. I'm sure she's a lovely woman. Sorry, overwhelming feeling of nausea. So, one possibility is that maybe she wasn't such a good girl before she met Stephen. How can you really know? Now, that's my least likely opinion about it. Because friends and family, you might get the idea I don't think she was always so good. Or you might see in pictures. Now, hopefully he didn't see that and then excuse it and say, oh, well, she just liked to dress a certain way. I don't know. But that's one way. But the more likely way, and I think the way Daddy is helping with all of this is evidence of this, is that she has one of these sort of enabling fathers. And what I mean by that is you get a dad who's like, you're my little princess. You deserve only the best. I will destroy any man who hurts you, etc., etc., etc. You are creating a nightmare if you do that. If she runs to you and, something's happened and she tells you, it wasn't my fault, I didn't know. Whatever, I didn't know. I was confused. I was scared. Oh, Daddy to the rescue. Dads can be Captain Save-A-Hose too. And you don't want to do that because you will and I think these men that do this, it's not because they're bad men. They love their child, and maybe they're divorced and they cherish the time they have with her. But if you make them think that they're the center of the universe, that they don't do anything wrong, and you save them from all the consequences of their actions, and you tell them they deserve this and that and the other, You're creating a Hillary. And it's possible, I can imagine a situation where they're young and in love and she's a princess. She's like, oh, I have the man of my dreams. Now I'm going to have my wedding and I'm the princess of my wedding. I'm going to have my honeymoon. Now we're going to get a new house. I'm going to decorate it. I'm going to start little home businesses maybe. And now I'm going to bake. And, they go through that sort of, they get to play the princess and be the honeymoon. And then we're the young bride, and it's all fun, and you're still hot, and your husband is still like sort of in that lovey-dovey phase. I mean, they did wait until they were married, right? But things do calm down. Life carries on. You settle in. You kind of become bonded more as friends as things go. Stuff comes up. Hard decisions, difficult times, etc. And the honeymoon wears off because real life is real life. It's not a fairy tale. It's not, like how your honeymoon and your wedding was. That's why those things are so ridiculous, because it doesn't represent really anything that's real in life. But anyway, that's another situation. That's another subject. So, then you're like, okay, or maybe you get a bigger house, and it's just all these like, okay, and you're still young, you're still pretty, and it's time to get pregnant. You get pregnant. And now you're like, well, now I don't feel so hot. Now it's changing. Now you're not the young hot bride. Now you're transitioning to you're very, very pregnant with twins. And your husband's focused on work and really getting everything secure. And God knows the stress he's been through in the last several years with the Blaze and all these different changes and the growth of his company and the way society has gone. There's been a lot of things, and he's a serious man. He wants to be a provider. He wants to do the things. And she's supposed to do her things. And I think she didn't want to not be the princess anymore. I think it was time to grow up and be a little serious. And I don't think she was ready to do that.